Historically, parents of US citizens generally didn't have interviews, and that's been true across multiple administrations. So hopefully we're just going back to that. It has nothing to do with the fact that she was a white lady from the UK, but I mean, only time will tell. Hey guys, so one thing that I promised everyone who watches my channel is that I will give you guys updates to USCIS policy and what's actually happening on the ground from an immigration lawyer's perspective as soon as it happens. So recently, I had a green card application approved for the mother of a US citizen without a green card interview. Historically, this was the norm. But lately, I was under the impression that every single applicant for a green card is going to be subjected to an interview. And initially, the idea behind this, or at least the theory behind this, was to just slow down the flow of immigration benefits and people who are able to fix or regularize their immigration status. But recently there have been a bunch of changes where a bunch of my adjustment of status applications that we filed in June are scheduled for interviews already. And it's been like 2.5 months since we filed them. So we have now, and by we I mean the immigration attorney community at large, have revised our theory into thinking that the reason why they're accelerating these is because there's a policy whereby any denied green card application is going to result in a notice to appear. And in an effort to ramp up the actual deportation numbers, they need to get as many people into the immigration court process as possible. Anyway, so this application for a green card was filed around March. And about a month ago, in July, we received the approval notice with no interview whatsoever. It might be notable to mention that the applicant was from the UK, an elderly white lady. I don't know if that's particularly relevant, but I will say that my parents who are Hispanic have all been subjected to interviews. I don't know if the race or country of origin in this case is related, but it is something that I thought is worth mentioning, and it would be on brand with the Trump administration's application of the immigration laws. Historically, parents of US citizens generally didn't have interviews, and that's been true across multiple administrations. So hopefully we're just going back to that. It has nothing to do with the fact that she was a white lady from the UK, but I mean, only time will tell. I'll be sure to make more videos for my other parents of US citizens who've applied for green cards, updating you guys about what's actually going on. By the way, it's not a big deal to be subjected to an interview. If you clearly qualify for a green card, nothing bad is gonna happen at these interviews as long as you don't have like a serious criminal history of immigration fraud, or a deportation order. If you don't have those things, and you generally are just like a clean visa overstay, I wouldn't worry about attending the interview. I would of course speak to an attorney to make sure you bring the correct documents, because that would be the easiest way for them to deny your green card application. And one final thing, if they do deny the green card application and send your case to immigration court, then you would have to repay for the green card application and pay an additional $1,500 processing fee to the immigration court. So what would have cost $1,440 with USCIS to adjudicate is now going to cost you nearly $3,000 for the immigration court to adjudicate, on top of legal fees for an attorney, because it's probably not a good idea to defend yourself in removal proceedings without an attorney. So just something for you guys to keep in mind. All right, guys, so that brings us to the end of today's video. As more updates come to light, I'll be sure to make more videos on these subjects. If you yourself are thinking about petitioning for a parent or a spouse or a child, or even a sibling petition if your sibling's abroad or something, I'm your guy. My name is Puyan Darian. I'm an immigration attorney with an office in New York, but I handle cases nationwide. So if you have any questions about how to begin the petition process, or you just want an attorney to handle the whole thing for you from start to finish, you can find my consultation information in the video description below. I'll see you guys next time for another video.